Hey guys, Chris here with my roommate and his Galaxy Eyes Therion list. Um, he's gonna take over. I'm gonna go lay down. Explain yourself.
Explain myself. All right. So I took a 7-ish month hiatus from the card game,
No, you took
and
a month. Like you took since Sword Soul had Protoss.
all right, it's been about a year at this point. But then Konami decided, hey, we're gonna give Photon support randomly, and I was like, okay, I guess I play the game again when it comes out, and it's out, and this deck's a lot of fun now. And then I realized, oh, Therions are a thing, and I already need them for like 900 projects. Why not make it in here because it's a rank 8? So anyway, I'm gonna complain about the profile a little bit, and then after I want to talk a little bit about some cards most people play or talk about playing, and talk about my ideas on them. I start off a little bit simple. 3 Photon Dragons. You kind of have to because Vanisher grabs it, Afterglow summons it. You're gonna burn through them really quickly. The 2 Afterglow. One's usually used for combo. One's used for the extension play, mainly being Summoner detaching him to search expedition. Summon Summoner, bring back low, make new guy, detach him, and then just full combo from there. I should actually explain what all this stuff does. His effect is irrelevant. It'll never happen. If you control a Galaxy Eyes, you can special him from your hand. And then when he's detached, you take a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from hand or deck, either summon it or attach it to a Xyz monster as material. And if you detach it during the battle phase, it doubles the attack of all number monsters. We'll start with some of the 4s after that, being Photon Thrasher. If you control nothing, you summon him from your hand. He's mainly just it's that photons don't have a starter, but we need a way to get names on field without using a normal summon. And Thrasher, in my opinion, is the best one for that, especially since I'm playing Therion cards. Expedition is not as live as often. And then Triple Vanisher. If you control a Photon or a Galaxy, you can special him from your hand. If you special summon, you can search Galaxy as Photon Dragon. And then he has an effect where if he's used as Xyz material, the Xyz monster gains the effect. If it destroys a monster by battle, it's banished instead. Before, that did not matter at all, but now you can become a level 8 in this deck, and now you're giving your big beaters that ability to banish monsters, which is more relevant. I'll explain how he becomes an 8 later. 3 Orbital. You can equip him from your hand or field to a Photon or Galaxy monster. It gains 500 attack. And I think it can't be destroyed by battle, but it's irrelevant. But you can send him to the graveyard while he's equipped, and then search a Photon or a Galaxy monster. For this version of the deck specifically, you could also equip him with Regulus, and then that you can still use the search while he's on Regulus. So that's always nice. After that, it'll be 3 soldiers. Discard a light monster, special him from hand. Then when you activate his effect, and then you search anything that's not Galaxy Soldier, your opponent asks, wait, it can do that? It happened 3 times. People just only assume it can search itself. It's really sad. But he searches any Galaxy monster. Now he can become a 4 or an 8. 3 Galaxy Brave, because once again, the deck needs a way to get bodies on field without using its normal summon. This one is you reveal a Photon monster from your hand, and then you special summon him. It does not act. That's not an activated effect. It's like alternative. But then he also changes his level equal to the monster revealed. So he's usually either a 4 or an 8. And then on summon, you can target a dude in grave, and he gets their stats. But I've never used that in the years this guy's been out. Just more names on field. That's what matters. And then chuck half my cards. 3 Summoner. This is a new one. Makes the deck a lot better, honestly. Now that he did not get the super spot, but the bad one did. But anyway, once he's normal summon, you target a Galaxy or a Photon in your graveyard, and you special summon it in defense position. And then you can target, once per turn, target one of your light monsters, and it becomes a 4. So this makes any rank 4 after you reborn. So being able to target Afterglow and then detach that Afterglow means you get to search and then summon, or you can make a Photon Blast after that. Or you can bring back Soldier, search off Soldier, make him a 4, and then still make a rank 4, which is really, really nice. After that, just one wizard. This is probably going to be the most can't think of the word, the most weird thing. A lot of people are starting to play more like 3 of him and then playing prize map. I think that's what it's called. The thing you use for
Rice map.
prize map, yeah. To search him because he does allow. He's a lot better now than he has been in the past few years, due to us having 2 normal summons now and having summoners, so we can search a lot of cards per turn. But my thing is, he doesn't do anything at all going second, and the deck is actually super consistent to where if I need him for Heart of a combo, I can just search him out. I have had no issues running the 1. If anything, I'd maybe play 2, but 1 has worked perfectly fine. To explain what he does, while he's on field, you tribute him at any Galaxy card that's not once per turn, and then also while he's on field, you can make him become a level 8 for the turn. 1 Photon Emperor, he's another new guy. If he's sent to the graveyard except from the field, you can special summon him if you have a Photon or Galaxy monster in your field or graveyard except himself. He's really, really easy to summon. And then also if he's summoned, you get an additional normal summon for a light monster. This effect does not activate, it just happens once he hits the field. So they cannot negate that, which is nice. Probably my favorite of the new cards of the set, though. Next, just for the small Therion engine, being the 2 Regulus. Target a machine monster in your graveyard. You special him from hand and equip the machine to him. You can target soldier, but mainly you want to target orbital, because then you can send the orbital to search if you haven't done that. But his other thing is, if your opponent activates a card, you can send a Therion from your hand or field to the graveyard to negate the activation and destroy it. So he can send himself to negate something. He's also an 8, so you can overlay with him. Doesn't happen too much, but it is an option. Next into just some hand traps because we kind of have to. 3 Veiler, 2 Ash, 1 Nib. If I had more Nibs, I'd cut a Veiler for another Nib, and I'd play 2/2/2. But this is what I'm working with. The thing I was worried most about was Kashtira, and will be Kashtira. Fuck Kashtira.
Do you know how to play Imperm?
I do.
Oh, just put that out. It's a hand trap.
It's a hand trap. 3 Imperm to go with the hand trap. This is the hand trap lineup. It's the most generic lineup I can think of.
Personally, because of Triple Tactics Thrust, I wouldn't run Veiler anymore. Like, I'd opt for Imperm over Veiler.
I want as many ways to hurt Cash as possible.
Right.
Because if I don't open a way to stop Cash, I'll automatically lose.
Yeah.
I'll let them thrust me if they want. They can thrust me.
Judge.
Going on to the spells now. 3 Galaxy 100. So on activation, you Foolish a Galaxy or Photon monster. Really nice. And then once per turn, if you special summon Galaxy as Photon Dragon, you activate one of the effects. You look at the opponent's extra deck, and you either banish a monster out of it, or you special summon one of the number monsters from their extra deck. That will rarely happen.
Oh, Baguska.
You can take Baguska, you can take Mind Hackers, you can take, I don't know, a Galaxy Eyes monster from a Blue Eyes player's extra deck, because they're probably playing Hope Harbinger. That's silly.
Or Prime, just the weird Blue Eyes players we have here.
Oh yeah. Take my Prime. Stop using my extra deck monsters. I don't know, but it's nice being able to rip out stuff out of the extra decks. It's I want to be Cash, but on a budget. I'm specifically playing 3 in this build, even though we do not have Photon Jumper. It's because of Therion. Being able to send Orbital if I have a Regulus in hand is why I'm playing 3. Next is Triple Expedition. If I control a 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon monster, I special summon a 5 or higher Galaxy or Photon from deck. It's an extender, and it's the easiest extender in the deck, and it's been at 3 since 2015. This card's dumb. Summon Soldier, make him an 8 with the new guys. Just summon Brave, summon Afterglow, do whatever.
Wait. Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Triple Triton, discard a level 8, draw 2 cards. I play 2 Regulus, 1 Emperor, 3 Brave, 3 Dragon, 2 Afterglow. That's 11 level 8s. This thing's like live a lot of the time, and the fact that Vanisher searches a dragon, it's just live a lot. And then to round it up, 1 trance, you target a photon monster in your graveyard, you special summon it, and then you special summon a galaxy monster from your deck of the same level. Their stats become 2000 0. You take 2000 life points, and then for that turn, you're locked into photon or galaxies. Meaning, if I summon Therion, dude, I cannot activate this at all, but it's still a nice extender. The 1 galaxy 0, target a galaxy or photon in graveyard, special summon it. Its effects are negated. If it would be destroyed by battle, you send this to the graveyard. It gets its effects back, and its stats become 0/0. It's just a reborn and then reinforcement of the army. Thrasher or Vanisher. Would you like to say anything before I go to the extra deck?
I thought you weren't playing Trance for a bit, and I know a lot of people play Trance.
No, Trance is too good.
Yeah, I know, like, Team Sam, a lot of other people that I've seen play 3.
The main reason why Trance is being played at 3 right now specifically is because a lot of the combos utilize it a lot easier. To me, in my opinion, 3 has just been really bricky, and due to the fact I'm playing a Therion variant, as soon as I activate Trance, if I want to activate Trance at all that turn, I cannot make my Therion stuff.
Okay.
It's searchable. It's Galaxy by name. I can search it off of Wizard. I can search it off of my new rank 4. I've enjoyed 1. I'll probably never play more than 1 unless I play Hard Pier or something. Maybe I'll play 2. Maybe I'll play 2 if we get Jumper, which probably won't be until the next Battle of Legends.
Okay.
Going on to the extra deck, 2 Photon Lords, probably like the best Photon card ever printed for the deck. Generic level 8, rank 8. While as a Photon's material, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, by your opponent's card effects. Then once per turn, as a quick effect on your opponent's turn, you can take a Galaxy or Photon card, either add it to your hand or equip it to him as material. And then once per turn, if your quick effect, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you detach an Xyz material, and you negate the activation. If you detach a Galaxy card, you destroy it. So detaching Galaxy cards is fine for him. It's a searcher and it's a negate. It's this is what you go into like every match, every game, every 2.5 seconds, every rank 8. 2 of him. Play 2 because you want 1 to overlay with at some point, but also Kashtira will guarantee rip it out if you only play 1. Next card being 2 Galaxy Photon Dragons, like the other best Xyz monster in the deck. Generic rank 4, all other lights on the field gain 500 attack, which is silly with the next rank 4. And then you can detach an Xyz material and take any Galaxy or Photon card from your deck, add it to hand, or send it to the graveyard. It's going to get hand trapped like 9 out of 10 times. But the fact that this is a custom card to do that is insane. Being able to search Trance, Expedition, Afterglow, Soldier, anything. You can even send Emperor this way. Just adding any card's very strong. Its second effect is if you summon a Photon or a Galaxy monster, you can target that monster and change its level to 4 or 8. This turns Vanisher into an 8, so he can do the silly battle phase stuff. This turns Soldier into a 4 or 8, so now you don't have to play rank 5s if you don't want to. I personally haven't liked rank 5s in years. Also lets you chain block, all that stuff. Very, very nice addition to the deck. I never see it never not being in the deck. Playing 2 as well because Kashtira is a deck. 1 Star Lead Photon Blast. I always forget this guy's called Star Lead for some reason. All other light monsters that have 2,000, I think it's all lights, but just in general, all light monsters with 2,000 or more attack cannot be targeted or destroyed by your construct artifacts. Maybe not the targeted part. Oh yeah, targeted. I was right. This boosts him by 500, so now he protects himself. The main thing though is when he's Xyz summoned, you special summon a Photon monster from your hand. Meaning you can get a dragon on field for easy extension. And then on your opponent's turn, as a quick effect, you can detach an Exceed material, and then you can special summon Photon Dragon from your grave or banished, meaning you can trigger 100 on your opponent's turn very easily. I've made this more with this new stuff than I have prior. The deck just flows so much better now. One Hope Harbinger, Spell Negate. You can manipulate, you can move attacks to him. If an Exceed is destroyed while he's on field, you can move the attack to something else, make your big guys bigger. No one remembers that. I love that about him. I like making my prime bigger.
I used to use it in DDD before Master Rule 3.
I love making my guys bigger. One gigantic champion Spargus. This is the Therion rank 8, generic. While it has Exceed material, you can add any Therion or Springens card from your deck to your hand. For this, it's just adding Regulus. And then once per turn, if you detach an Exceed material from an Exceed monster, you detach from him, and then you target a card on the field, either add it to the hand or destroy it. So you can bounce your own stuff, their cards, or you can destroy their cards. It's a very nice addition to this. I thought about playing the field spell, but due to deck space, I'm not. To the big boys, Prime Photon Dragon. This is the deck's OTK machine. At the start of damage step, detach an Exceed material, gain 200 attack for each rank on the field. Detach Afterglow, double that. He gets big. He only does half damage if he doesn't have Photon Dragon's material, so that's something you have to keep in mind. And then he also has a floating effect that never comes up, but if he's destroyed, he banishes himself, and then he comes back like 2 standby phases later with double attack.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think it has. I'm a Photon player, but like I've never seen they duel with this. I never
anime effect.
Yeah, I think it's an anime thing, but I've never got that far in Zexal.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's an anime thing, but I know in the anime, Mizar is his like rival, and Neo Tachyon has the effect to like rewind time, but due to Neo Tachyon's wording, I imagine what probably happened in the anime is Photon Dragon Prime Photon banished himself. That's when the effect activates, and then he got summoned on the second standby phase, and then Mizar tried using Tachyon's effect to rewind time, but he couldn't because the effect is already resolved, and this guy beat over Neo Tachyon. Like that feels just like what happened in the anime. If anyone knows, just let me know. The guy to go with him though, I know is on in the anime. C62 Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, the new boss monster of the deck. This thing's insane sometimes. You can overlay him on top of Prime for free. It's insane, just kind of whenever. While he has Photon Dragon as material, he's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, and he gains 100 attack for each rank or level underneath him. At the start of the battle phase, you detach an Exceed material, and you can attack three times on monsters during each battle phase.
Why is it a rarity downgrade?
Because Konami wouldn't give me a Starlight Rare. It does hurt to go from a $40 ulti to a $2 ultra.
We riot.
Give me my Starlight. Amazing boss monster though. Love the artwork. Next is just the Galaxy engine. Cypher, detach, take a dude. Against Cypher Dragon, only he can attack directly. Full armor goes on top of him. Detach, target a face-up card on the field, destroy it. He has some weird equip effect, does not matter. Cypher Blade, detach an Exceed material, destroy any card on the field. Full armor's face up. This is any. Then when he's destroyed, he floats back into Cypher from the graveyard. Anyone who plays Blue Eyes knows that combo. One Bujin Link. 2 monsters of the same level or something like that. Yeah, 2 monsters at the same level. On summon though, you target a monster in your graveyard. You special summon it from the graveyard and a monster from your hand at the same level, and then immediately overlay. And then if you summon to his arrow, you destroy a back row. But the main thing for this though is like you can go like reveal Vanisher, summon Brave, summon Vanisher, search Dragon, and then link Brave right now is treated as 4 because you reveal Vanisher. Link off for this guy. Affect target Brave and Grave because he's an 8 again. Summon Brave and the Dragon, and then you can make a Lord or Springans, dude. Just it comes up a lot for some reason when you like it doesn't come up like when you're thinking about it, but as soon as you play it, especially since I'm not playing Galaxy Knight right now, this is very nice.
Also, like, it's the replacement for Sprite Elf.
We don't sprite
Just
here.
play Gigantic.
Yeah. Let me just summon my level 2s real quick.
You link twos. You're holding them right now. Yeah. Yeah, make Gigantic.
Yeah, let me just do this real quick. That'll be fun. 2 Galaxy Eyes Soulflare Dragon. It's our Link monster. Takes 2 light monsters. One has to have 2,000 more attack though. On summon, you target a Galaxy or Photon monster in your graveyard. Add it to hand. On opponent's turn, you can discard 1 Galaxy and 1 Photon card, or 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and then target a special summon monster your opponent controls, destroy it, but only during the main phase. It's very nice. It's good for recycling. I'm so glad we never have to summon to his arrows anymore, though. But he still has a home. And I still love his artwork for some reason. I wish he got a playmat.
Oh, that would be cool.
I love Soulflare's artwork.
Wait, that's it? No dark matter?
Doesn't matter, Dragon, dude. Doesn't matter, Dragon.
But why? It's a foolish for 3.
For 3 dragons. I don't even play 3 dragons with different names.
You could.
Yeah, I guess I could play like Arc Brave.
Tempest.
I would just do like Arc Brave, Goliath, Dragon.
We have a profile on that somewhere.
Yeah, I know. Before this ends though, I'm not gonna really show side deck because side decks are like side deck what's good for your locals type of thing. Just do that type of stuff. Like do things like Lancias, Evenlies. I'm doing like Talents on the side because I don't like Talents in the main. I don't recommend what's that card? Droplets. I don't recommend Droplets right now.
Everyone knows not to play Droplets because they legally can't activate it against Kestra.
Correct, because it sends to the graveyard. Have fun. But anyway, for the last part of it, I just wanted to talk about a few cards that are typically played in the deck, but I'm choosing not to. I'm gonna start this off with just some of the new stuff. The Karibo monster, never play this. Don't look at it. It's bad. Amatis took super. It's a dumb battle phase effect. It just summons dragon from, I think, literally only the deck, but I refuse to read it. The only thing that matters for him is he has the effect to banish himself to protect one of your dudes if it's destroyed. But instead of doing this and wasting deck space, you just make this. Don't play him. He's bad.
Put it in the jar.
Don't even put it in the jar. He's a waste of jar space. Next being number generator. Creation. I don't know why I said generator. Number creation. It's always treated as a Galaxy Eyes card, which is silly, but if you have 3 or more light dragons whose original attack are something stupid. If 3 or more light dragon with 3,000 or more original attack, you special summon a number of dragon exceeds from your extra deck. You'll never have 3 dragons with 3,000 or more attack. Like, it's easy for the deck to do but like, you have to like play into this, and it's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Time stop. It's an old trap. On activation, you take a photon continuous spell or trap, and you put it into your spell trap zone. So this can put either 100 or photon change into your spell trap zone. But the main thing about it is if it's destroyed while it's set and it's destroyed by your opponent's card effect, you skip your opponent's turn. It becomes their end phase. This is good with Artifact Durendal. I do want to try that build out at some point, but I don't own my Durendal, or at least I don't know where it is. The main issue that version of the deck has is this is not a Galaxy by name, so you can't search it with Wizard, meaning you have to use the rank 4 to search it, and that means you're not searching an extender or something with it, or if it just gets hand trapped, you're not adding this in. It's going to probably get hand trapped most of the time. But it's a cute build because you can skip your opponent's turn with the Durandal. It's less consistent though. That's the biggest issue I've had with it. Clerk. You can equip it to do it as succeeds materialize in your hand. The main thing is on play, you target 5 Galaxy or Photon cards. Even if you use this guy. Yeah, cards with different names in your graveyard. You shuffle them to the deck and you draw 2 cards. This is mainly used to like recycle your extra deck and Photon Dragons and stuff, but I did not want to waste main deck space on him because he does nothing turn 1. He's only good after turn 1. Didn't want to play a brick like this. Next being Galaxy Knight. We all know what this does, but if you control a Galaxy or Photon monster, you can normal summon without tributing. If he's normal summoned that way, you reduce his attack by 1,000, and you reborn Photon Dragon from your graveyard in defense position. Which is funny because if you actually properly tribute someone for him, that effect does not trigger.
Because it's a tribute summon and
yeah. Normal summon? But no, it's only if he's normal summoned by his effect. You get the effect. It's really funny. I don't know why. It's just a random. You'll never do it. It's just a random fun fact. Knight does not feel as needed anymore. When I was originally testing with the new stuff, he ended up just being a brick, and I never searched him. The only time I ever liked him after that was like trying to like later turns, and I didn't want to play a card that was only good later. If you still want to play One Knight, I understand, because he's still a good card. He's still a 1 card rank 8, but he's not as needed, which feels really wrong to say as he's been a core of the deck for like 10 years. Release. Yeah, like since he came out in Zexalton. Very helpful.
10 years.
Yeah, like a little over 10 years, I imagine. Photon Advancer. If you control a Galaxy or a Photon, you summon from his hand. If you control a Photon, he gains 2,000 attack. He goes to 2,000. He gains 1,000 attack. The main thing about him is he's just another extender. But since I'm not running Starliege Galaxian, which I'm still annoyed he's not a Galaxy, because he's a Galaxian, not a Galaxy, so you cannot trance the same turn you make Galaxian, and I think it's stupid. But since I'm not playing him, I don't feel like he's as necessary. He doesn't add, he doesn't do anything, he just summons himself, and that did not feel worth it. Because Thrasher, in my opinion, is better because he gets a name on field without any setup, while this, you have to already have that setup. Do not like. Photon Sanctuary, you make 2 Photon tokens with 2,000 attacks or defense, and you're locked into lights. I'm playing Therions. Specifically, the fact I'm playing Therions, meaning I'm summoning Earth and Fire, this does not work for me too well. Cypher X, you overlay him on top of a Galaxy Ice Cypher Dragon. The only thing that's relevant with him is you make Cypher Dragon, you take your opponent's monster, and then you slap this on top of him. He has other effects, but like kind of doesn't matter. You can detach 2 and your board's protected, but once again, just make Photon Blast at that point. I'm specifically not using him just because I already have 15 cards in extra that I'd rather play. If I was playing it pure, I'd probably still play one of him, and I'd take out the Therion Xyz, but I like Regulus a lot. And the last stuff I wanted to talk about is because for some reason, some of you guys have an addiction. Stop playing these. Stop it. Why? This summons this, and then it's like, but this helps me OTK. You know what else helps you OTK? Literally these guys. And they're archetyped by name, so you can use it under trance. Stop it. For the love of everything.
For the love of Kite.
For the love of Kite. Stop it. I don't even think Kite uses this one in the anime. There's no excuse to play him. He's not even that big. These guys are better. Play these. Ignore. Stop it. These are your friends. Alright, that's all. I went on a 30-minute round.
Okay.
Alright.
To the people in Zoo that wanted me to post this, blame him for having a work schedule.
Yeah, blame that.
Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that clickbaity bullshit.
Bye, Zoo.
Bye, Zoo.